Hi.
Good, good. I'm on vacation today because it's 1st of May here in Italy.
So everybody is on vacation at home, no?
Yeah. I mean, it seems that there is no difference now from staying at home and working and going to the office, but things are going to change on Monday. So
we will
we'll go
see.
back to our offices again.
Michele, I have a question because you're in Brescia. That's one of the most affected places, I think, in the world even. So how was the situation and how is it now?
It was pretty bad, actually. Let's say 2 months ago, 1 month and a half. It was very severe here because I'm in the middle between Brescia and Bergamo, that are two red areas here in Italy, and I know many guys that got sick, and a few of them fortunately died. Right now things are getting better and better, and so my father is stuck at home. Is 75, and so we decided to say, okay, you don't have to go out anymore, and right now I feel a little more relaxed about the problem because it seems that there are many less cases, and so things are getting slightly better. I'm not super positive about the future because I think that the end of the lockdown is going to, push again the number of contagions, but we'll see.
Yeah, I have a question because it happened. The same thing happened to you because I read an article of you to me. So it was the same thing. So we saw China, and I'm working as a journalist, producer, but also as a scriptwriter. So we have a lot of fantasy. I suppose you too. I didn't expect it. I really didn't expect it. I didn't take it seriously. And then we saw Italy, and we said, the Italians are a little bit chaotic and so on.
Yeah.
Later on, you read that you have a quite good health system, and suddenly it wasn't Spain and Madrid really severe, not so severe than where you are. But I don't know, how did this happen? Why do you think?
I think nobody was expecting something like this, politicians, but also the health system, and so they weren't ready for it. Me as a citizen, I wasn't aware of the how bad the situation was, and I wasn't expecting it. The week before, the 20th of February. I mean, I think at the end of February everything started, and so I was super relaxed, saying, okay, it's a normal flu. I'll be sick, but it's okay. And then eventually everything started to be super chaotic, and it was like here, out of my house. And so I don't know. I think politicians first weren't ready for it, or maybe they decided to consider more important economic stuff or whatever, and maybe they had some pressure on keeping everything open. I don't know. I think it's tough. It's a tough situation worldwide, and so all the countries are facing the same issue. Some are reacting pretty well, some others aren't for several reasons. But I think that we weren't ready for it because this is exceptional, and so.
What does it start so much? Why did it affect so much Lombardia? Because it came from Milan, or why?
Here there are many connections with China because this is one of the most industrial area of Italy, and we work a lot with China, and also people gathered a lot for several reasons. There was a football match in San Siro in Milano from Atalanta, and so people coming from Bergamo gathered all together in San Siro, and maybe that was an event that affected the contagions. Or there was an area very industrial that works a lot with China. Nobody knows. The first case was in Codogno, seemed to be in Codogno, but actually probably there were several other cases in December, and they were considered just like bad flus or problems on the lungs. And so I don't know, probably it was about the connections we have with China. And it's weird that nothing happened in the south of Italy at the beginning, but if you consider that the north of Italy is more industrial, maybe that's the reason why.
And how was the health system? Was it very damaged by the crisis? Was it a very good one in Italy?
No, I mean, I thought that our health system was very good in Lombardia. Lombardia is the richest area in Italy, and so we are pretty advanced, etc. But it wasn't able to to manage this situation, and probably I mean, this situation is extraordinary. So I think no systems in the world is going to were ready for it. I don't know. At the beginning, it was very close to collapse. My brother-in-law stayed in the hospital for 2 days because he had COVID, and he had to stay in a tent because there were no, there wasn't any bed in the hospital, and it seemed to be like a war scenario, But then they started to building a new hospital in a place in Milano. Something, I think it was more a political message instead of a real one, So it was a way for saying, okay, we are ready for managing this extreme situation. But the health system was very close to the collapse. Probably many other people died for other reasons because there wasn't space for taking care of them. But I think we were lucky in Italy for some reasons that it happened in Lombardia, because if it happened in other areas with a worse health system, probably the situation would
have been bad, no? Worse,
no? Yeah, way worse.
So what is now the situation? You said maybe on Tuesday or so you can go to the office. How's it is? Because we are opening a little bit this weekend. We are opening, so it starts. But I'm much more frightened when the opening than when I was at home, and I'm not sure how is it for you. But how is now the situation? What can you do, what not, and what will be you able to do next week, for example?
Yeah, it seems that almost everything is opening. You have to keep social distance. You have to wear a face mask. You have to clean your hands, etc. If you work in an office, there is a maximum amount of people that can stay in the office. And so I'm partner of Gummy Industries, which is a digital web marketing agency, and we have a problem because we are 30 people. We don't know how many people we can keep in the office, and so we decided to rotate people during the week. We are going to open the 11th of May because we want to be sure that we are okay with all the rules, all the laws. Anyway, it seems that they are opening and people will be able to go out. In Italy, we are not so strict about rules, so I'm pretty, concerned that people are going to say, okay, who cares? We can go out, so let's gather together again. And probably this is going to,
second wave, no? Maybe.
Yeah, probably. I don't know. Hopefully not, but I know my, I know my people. So, but anyway, some businesses are not going to be open next week, like hairdressers or I don't know other kind of businesses. But things are going to become normal again in a few weeks. There seems to be a plan. Everything is super chaotic, and so things changes pretty quickly. But it seems that they are opening a few businesses, bars and restaurants only for delivery or for outdoor staying. I don't know. And then at the beginning of June, something more is going to open. We don't know what's happening with Serie A, which is very important in Italy, you know. And so we keep reading the newspapers every day, asking ourselves, okay, what's next? We can't plan anything.
What about the mask? Do you have a must to wear the mask, or is it voluntary? Because here it's like voluntary, and I'm thinking this is a big mistake, because you can wear a scarf, whatever, but wear something, but it's not a mask. Must is a must? Do you have to wear it in Italy?
Yeah. I think it's mandatory for public, public spaces. Maybe outdoor, it's not. I'm not sure about it, but I wear it. Every time I go out, I just wear it. I don't care. And many towns were able to give for free some face masks to all the citizens. It was good.
Yeah, this mandatory is here also in the tube stations and all this underground station, but not outside. So this was my question. I suppose it's the same, no? There in Italy.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, every time I go out, I see people wearing face masks here in my town. So
my question is, you have a creative digital agency. So what do you think will change now? For example, advertisement, advertising, will it change the way to do it, or the content?
Yeah, of course. We had to change our, client strategies in order to fit to this situation, because you can't talk about, let's go outside, let's do some funny stuff together. So yeah, for some reasons, we had to change our way of working. Our daily way of working didn't change much, because we were already ready to do smart working. And so Gummy Industries, we've been very lucky, because nothing changed on the business side. So we kept working. We, of course, had to fix our strategies, our communication strategies, according to the, the moment we are all living. But we are expecting something happening at the end of the year, because they are talking about 10% of the GDP, less GDP, and so our big question is, okay, what's going to happen to our clients? Right now, anything changed, but probably in the future they're going to have some financial problems or whatever, and so we have to think on how reaching out to new clients that maybe had a benefit from this situation. And so, clients that work with groceries or food or, entertainment or something like that. And we have some liabilities, because we have 30 people working for us. And of course, we want to guarantee them their salaries, etc., and their best condition possible for working. And so we have to tweak our business strategy according to the situation. Right now, we are very happy that everything went pretty well and smoothly. And so
but Michele, the content, I suppose, they will change, because I saw yesterday the television, and all the advertisement I saw, they had to do something with a curfew and being at home and so. But I suppose when you open, there will be maybe some themes that you don't want to touch because they're too emotional. Or I'm not sure. I think there will be a change. What do you think?
Yeah, I think eventually people will need to have some fun again, and so they want to entertain themselves. I think right now people are think that okay, let don't talk about COVID anymore. Let's talk about fun. But you can't show people something that is impossible to happen, like people gathering at a concert or any other things. And so you have to change the way how you depict reality in some reasons. And so probably, let's say in June, we are going to talk about fun in general, but in a different way. So uh, I don't know. We think a lot about it, and we ask ourselves, okay, how is going to be like watching a movie in which there are people doing mosh pit in a concert, or is it going to be like a porn thing? Is it going to be something super weird, or
I saw
I don't know?
yesterday an advertisement from a grandmother embracing, a kid, and suddenly I think, oh, you can't do it. It's
Yeah,
crazy, but it was like it was in my mind. So I
yeah.
suppose it will not be the only one who thinks it.
Yeah, yeah. Maybe it's going to be like watching a movie where there is a fax or something super vintage. So, oh, look at those people, how navy they are, that they, stay together very close to each other. Um, I don't know. I don't know. I don't have any ideas. I keep writing notes about what's going to happen. I keep try to imagine my future after this lockdown, and everything is complicated. I mean, uh, I don't know. I don't have a clear idea about it. I mean, the government neither. So who am I
Yeah.
for having a clear idea?
What did you do to fight the fear? I saw that you did something quite similar to us, no? Like a gummy daily or something, no?
Yeah,
What did you do to fight
yeah.
it?
We My agency has a culture, has a very we say that we are in business for meeting as many people as possible, and knowing many cultures, and we do it by traveling. So we travel a lot. We sponsor our employees for going around, attending conferences around the world, etc. But being stuck at home, we weren't able to do it, and so we decided to do this daily meeting. It was a live stream, of course, meeting people around the world, talking about the situation. And so we did. Yesterday we did our 30th daily Gummy Daily, and I interviewed some publishers talking about the future of publishing after COVID, and
Uh-huh.
it was fun. It was our way to um, uh, continue doing what we do in the normal situation.
My question is because we are here in Spain and you're in Italy, and it's a very, I'm German, half German, half Spanish, but I'm not sure how because you was saying normality, how this normality would be possible, because we have tapas and we have kisses and we have huggings and going out to bars, and I'm not sure how this will be possible with COVID in the next month with Mars, or will it not possible because in the Nordic countries it seems to be a little bit more easier, no?
Yeah, yeah. I don't know either. I think probably we'll be able to gather in tiny groups. Probably. I miss hanging around, like doing aperitivo. Hanging out, doing aperitivo, or just going to a good restaurant. This is one of the things I miss the most. Staying with my family.
Mm.
We gather all Sundays, and so we are not doing it anymore. And we'll see. Probably staying in families. There won't be any big events anymore, and this is going to be, a big issue because the entertainment, the show business is big in Italy. The entertainment business, the music business, and stuff like that. And so people are losing their job, of course. But we are pretty resilient, and so we can change our way of working pretty easily. I mean, I think Italians are good in changing their behaviors pretty quickly and adapting, because Italy, I think, like Spain, is very messy, very chaotic. Rules are, yes, there is this rule, but who cares? Let's do something else. And so this way makes you very adaptive. And so if there is not the train, you keep the bicycle. It's okay. For Americans, if there is not the train, you stay in this station waiting for the next train. That's it. I lived in the US, and I know that this is a competitive advantage for us, because you are used to chaos, and so you can manage the chaos. And I think it's really a competitive advantage for us also in business, that we can think out of the box, looking for other strategies for managing problems.
My last question is, because we are asking this question always, what positive or constructive things do you take from this crisis?
All people learned how to buy online, learned how to use internet. There is this statistic which is dramatic for me, because 75% of online purchases during COVID, during the lockdown, have been done by people that had never bought anything online before in Italy. And so I would say, okay, welcome to 2003. We are finally in the era of internet, So this is a positive thing. So people learned how to smart work, learn how to buy stuff online, learn how to manage, digital channels, which is good. I think that maybe people were able to feel bored again, which is for some reasons good, because bored is not. I mean, our life is very hectic. We keep ourselves busy, and this way maybe things slow down a little, which is good. And also we thought a lot about life. I don't think about what's happening, what's going to happen when I die, or I only think about business relationship going around, etc. With this situation, I was able to focus more on the meaning of life, and so maybe this was good.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. It was
Thank you.
Nice
Thank you very
ending.
much.
So we stay in contact and keep healthy. And
Sure.
I hope we will take aperitif or tapa together in some months.
Yeah. I come to Madrid. My friend Michele.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Bye. Bye, Michele. Bye.